YouTube. I've been live. He'll be joining us any second. Trump has 65%, Clinton 29% in Kentucky, and that's with 13% of the vote in. Trump has 52%, Clinton 41% in New Hampshire, but that's just with 1% of the vote in right now. So, and Trump is leading pretty big in Indiana as well. Trump's at 58%, Clinton 30% in Florida, but that's with only 2% of the vote in. And you got Miami-Dade County, and you know that Hillary's going to pick up a lot of votes there. All right, so, but Trump is at 61%, Clinton 33% in Indiana after 11% of the vote. I can tell you Indiana will go for Trump. Kentucky will go for Trump, no doubt about it. But Hillary Clinton has already won Vermont. It's now been called Trump has won Kentucky and Indiana. All right. So Clinton has captured Vermont, and Trump has won Kentucky and Indiana. And just so you'll know, guys, I'm also going to be going live with the Hagmans at 8:30. I think I'll stay right here, even though I'll be live with them. They'll be calling me on Skype and be live on their network. I'm not sure if we can do it that way or if I go be on their network for a half hour and then come back. Probably is the best way to do that. I think that's what I will do, because that would be the best way to pull that together. But good to see you guys over at YouTube. You can let others know that we are live here tonight. Lynn says Ohio's going to go for Trump. I hope you're right, Lynn. I really, really do. Let me just quickly let you know, with Hillary Clinton winning Vermont, she picks up three votes. And with Trump winning Indiana, he picks up 11. And Trump wins Kentucky, he picks up 8. Now those two states already going to Trump. And so Trump is at right now 19. In New Hampshire, it's Trump 52%, Clinton 41%, but that's only with 1% of the vote in. In Florida, it's Trump 58, Clinton 30, but that's with only 2% of the vote in. So there's a long way to go tonight. We got a long way to go. It's too early to call in a lot of other states right now. Way too early to call. And this is the beginning of no doubt a long, long night. Are you serious? Let me get my Publicly Prophecy chat room up so I can see you guys, all right? I actually, well, what? Let me find my website. Miss ZD, are you out there in my chat room right now? Because I need to find out. To set program, because we lost, but we did not lose it on YouTube. So it was just a really weird thing. I don't know why it happened. To all connection, just completely, and we don't even know why we lost. Yeah, 4 years ago. But this trip to Israel, nothing we could do. It was booked for the day after the election. There was nothing I could do. But don't worry, we will cover this thing very well. I'll walk you through this all night long. Miss CD, are you in the house? And were you able to save today's broadcast? We got one person dead, multiple people shot near the Azusa polling station. Is this in LA? Near the Azusa Street polling station. It's horrible. Thank you, Mary of New York, for letting us know that information. We're going to keep an eye on all this information tonight, because I got a feeling there's a lot going to be happening. And that I'll be joining the Hagmans at 8:30 on their on their broadcast live, they actually invited me to come on for a half hour from 8:30. You're right, Larry. We did have fun with the map, but the only downfall was that Obama won it. Someone's saying YouTube is frozen. It shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's frozen. It's weird. Let's see if I can. Is it still frozen? Because this shows that I've got a good stream. It should be up and going. Am I fine? Just refresh it. It's not here. So just refresh it, guys. Tell them to refresh it, Mary. Tell everybody to refresh it if they're watching on YouTube. Just a slight glitch. We're okay. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, the Hagmans are having, I don't know, a bunch of people on. I think they're having 9 guests tonight. That's kind of how they're doing it tonight. And I'm a guest from 8:30 to 9. But hey, here we go. So far, Hillary Clinton has won Vermont. She picks up 3 votes there. And Donald Trump has won Kentucky. That's 8 votes. And Donald Trump has won Indiana. That is 11 votes. And we'll continue to keep a close eye. Right now, Virginia, Trump is leading. No, Virginia is a dead tie, 45-45. In Florida, it's now Clinton 48, Trump 47 with 10% in. So Clinton is now leading 48-47 with 10% of the vote in Florida. In Georgia, it is Trump 75%, Clinton 21%, with only 1% of the vote in. It's way too early to call those states. Impossible to call those states right now. There's going to be polls are going to be closing. More polls will close at 8 o'clock, and that's going to give us a whole different thing. Right now, Clinton has 3 votes, winning Vermont, and YouTube was saved. Yes, it was. YouTube was saved, but was live stream. Was live stream broadcast. She knows how to go back in and save them if she can go back and capture them. Great to see you guys in the chat room. Be in prayer, folks. Be in prayer for this nation. I can tell you, if you were listening to the broadcast today with Russ Dizdar, man, we got to win this thing tonight. We really need to win tonight. Now, most of the pundits are already saying NBC is predicting that Clinton will win tonight with 274 delegates to Trump's 264 or 265. Very close, but that's what NBC is projecting. And it's, of course, that's just a guess. It is way too early for anybody to get a handle on what's happening. Trump is leading Florida at 50-47% over Clinton. That's with 12% of the vote in. Trump leads Hillary in Florida right now. Long way to go there. Long way to go there. You think about the James Comey thing. Remember the video I did today earlier? James Comey? I mean, are you serious? Just an unbelievable situation. Comey, in the connection with all the cash, with the Clinton Foundation and doing their taxes, and he worked for Lockheed Martin, and that he made $6 million with them, and they supported Hillary. And I mean, you talk about an incestuous bunch of folks. Miss D says, no, Melissa, maybe rewind new live stream. So, Miss D, I take it you were not able to save the new live stream broadcast. We just lost it. I mean, we lost power. We lost Blog Talk Radio and live stream down at the same time, but not YouTube. Thank God YouTube, we didn't lose it, and it is saved. So if you want to watch the archive of that broadcast, it is saved at YouTube. All right. How you doing? Australia's in the house. Great to have you. Thank you, Miss CD. She says yes, she can go in and save it. All right. So Sarah Bagley, it'll be up there. Miss CD will have to go in and save it because we lost it before we could save it. She knows how to go back in the back door and retrieve it. So yeah, appreciate it very much. Michelle, how are you doing up there in New Hampshire? Vicky down in Florida. Vicky, I hope you are going to help us get a victory down in Florida for Trump tonight, because boy, if Mrs. Clinton wins Florida, it's over. I don't think Trump can rebound unless he wins Pennsylvania and wins Michigan. So, Trump could lose Florida, but if he was to win Pennsylvania and Michigan, then it turns things around. Right now, Trump is leading in Florida by about 5%. He's also leading in Georgia by a mile, and he has a lead in Virginia. And Trump has already won Kentucky. That's 8 votes. And he's already won Indiana. That's 11. Clinton has already won Vermont. That's 3. And Kentucky, okay, let me see. New Hampshire, Trump 52, Clinton 41, with only 1% of the vote in. Way too early on New Hampshire right now. Georgia, I'll give you that one here in a second, I think. Clinton has already won Vermont. Let's see. Hang on one second. We'll find out for you. Ohio, North Carolina, and West Virginia, all their polls are going to close at 7:30, so that's in 6 minutes. So things are going to start to accelerate here quickly. We should start seeing some states being won by both Clinton and Trump, and we should also start identifying some states that are going to go down to the wire maybe, or go late into the night. Right now it is Trump 48, Clinton 48, with 27% of the vote in Florida. 27% of the vote is in. It's 48-48 in Florida. Long way to go there, and it's going to be Georgia. It's Trump 73, Clinton 25, but only 1% of the vote. It's too early, okay? Way too early. And so, and we've been praying. Trump has just won. Larry, poll is going to close in 5 minutes, but I agree with you. He's going to win West Virginia. There's no doubt about that. And the polls close in 5 minutes for North Carolina, Ohio, and West Virginia. And Larry's right. I'm going to go ahead and just write West Virginia down right here, because I know that the coal miners in West Virginia, the way Hillary is treating them, are going to shut down their the coal mines. They don't, there ain't no way they're going to vote for Hillary. And that's going to be 5 more electoral votes that's going to go to Trump in just about 5 minutes here. North Carolina and Ohio. Wow! You talk about important states. Are you serious? Are you seriously serious? This is going to get intense, folks, tonight. Going to get very intense here tonight. Are you serious? You ought to be shouting, saying, come on, come on. Pray hard. I'm going to welcome all 788 of you that are watching live at my YouTube channel. I'm going to say God bless every one of you. And it's going to be a long night tonight, but we're going to, I got to push my Skype on because the Hagmans are going to call me on Skype, and I need to be ready when they do. All right, there we go. For their show. All right, folks, hang in there. Want to welcome everybody at YouTube. Got the window open here in in Jersey, but if it gets too loud, if you guys hear too much commotion, do you guys hear too much noise from the highway out there? I'm sitting here on the 10th floor, but man, you can hear the highway out there. Anyway, it's great to see you guys got your coffee. I just drank a cup of coffee downstairs with Dr. Rosa and a couple more ladies that have just come in from Arkansas and Texas. They're going to Israel with us tomorrow morning. Sister Heidi's still downstairs. She's still drinking coffee with them. And Paul has no coffee. No, I just drank a cup. I just don't have one on me right now. No, it's not the end of the world. Believe me, it's not the end of the world. Don't worry. I'll call room service and have a pot brought up. I'll do that. Okay. So don't worry about it. It's gonna be a long night. It's got to be done. All right. Have a pot brought up here. Got to have some coffee. Anyway, the polls are about ready to close here in about another 2 minutes. North Carolina, Ohio, and West Virginia. And West Virginia is going to go into Trump's camp immediately. I'm hoping that Ohio and North Carolina does too, because that's huge. That's huge. And that keeps Trump on the path to victory. He has a more narrow path than Clinton does. At least that's what you've been hearing from the media. But what if it isn't that? What if Trump starts winning a couple blues? What if Trump wins Michigan? What if Trump wins Minnesota and he takes North Carolina, Ohio? Even if he loses Florida, if he wins Michigan and Minnesota, let me just tell you what that means. In Michigan, he would pick up 16 electoral votes, and in Minnesota, he'd pick up 10. That's 26. Yes, Florida's 29. But hey, he could lose Florida, win Michigan, win Minnesota, win Ohio, win North Carolina, and win Iowa. And if he could grab New Hampshire and maybe pick up even 2 out of the 4 delegates up there in Maine, because that's a weird state. They don't all go to the, they divide theirs up. So he might pick up a 2 there. He can win this thing, folks. And I'm telling you, the numbers are looking good, at least initially. Trump has already won Kentucky in a blowout. Trump has already won Indiana in a blowout, so there's 19 votes for him, and Trump is going to win West Virginia in 1 minute. Larry, in West Virginia, my brother, bring home West Virginia. Can you do this? Can you help us out? I did my best to bring in Indiana. All right, are you serious? And I'll let Reverend Gary and some of the good brothers and sisters. Miss ZD says today's broadcast has been found and sound, and it's she'll say that on new live stream. That way the Roku satellite people will be able to watch it as well as the new live streamers. All right, 26 seconds. We're getting ready to have a state, I think, go into the hands of Donald J. Trump. Judge Larry Britt says, amen. We've got West Virginia for Trump. Don't worry. All right, Larry. I'm going to give you 14 seconds, and that's 5 more electoral college votes, 5 more electoral votes going into the hands of Trump. The polls have closed, and we have an election alert, and waiting on the numbers. We're going to see where North Carolina, where does Ohio, and where does West Virginia wind up. Also, we're keeping a close eye on Florida. We're keeping a close eye on Georgia. We're keeping a close eye on New Hampshire right now, as Trump wins huge. Okay, here we go. West Virginia has just been given to Trump. West Virginia's been given to Trump. He just picks up those 5. He's now at 24 electoral votes, and Clinton has won 3 in Vermont. So it's 24-3 here at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Hillary is, let's check the numbers. In New Hampshire, it's Trump 52, Hillary 41, only 1% of the vote in, long ways to go. Sure hope Trump pulls out that victory in New Hampshire, because that would be huge on the big map. if you're looking at what states should go. South Carolina, it's Trump 51, Clinton 47. That's with only 1% of the vote in. Trump's got an early lead in South Carolina. All right, good. That's good to hear. Let me see what else is going on here. Um, we're still waiting for other numbers. North Carolina and Ohio are too early to call. It's way too early to call those. It's too early to call Florida. It's too early to call Georgia. It's too early to call New Hampshire and South Carolina. But Trump's off to a good start. Numbers are looking strong. And 270 is what the magic number is to win. Trump is at 24. Clinton's at 3. The states, we're waiting on a lot of the counting to go on. And Ida's right. There's been a lot of voter fraud today. They caught people with ballots trying to stuff them. There's just a lot of crazy things going on. There's Vicky. Vicky says Trump is in the lead in Florida. Well, let me say, Vicky, I pray to God that you're down there in Florida now. I'm praying that you can bring Florida home for us tonight. I tell you, after understanding what the Clinton Foundation, the corruption, the commingling, the collusion, the Clinton cash cartel, the demonic activity, the satanic worshiping of John Podesta, and with this Marina Abramovic, and all of this spiritual wickedness. And what about Mrs. Robinson? Oh, Barack Obama's mother-in-law doing those voodoo satanic rituals in the White House and got caught doing them. Oh, tell me please, Mrs. Robinson, you didn't actually do some voodoo rituals in our home. No, no, no. Don't tell me please, Mrs. Robinson. Take that garbage back to Chicago. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, that just freaks me out that Barack Obama's mother-in-law is doing voodoo. Who do you think you're fooling? What? I said voodoo. Who do you think you're fooling? I mean, that's just no good, guys. Ida's letting us know right now, in a polling place in California, a shooter has killed one person, has injured 4 at a polling place in California. Ida, thank you for that update, and that's just terrible, terrible news, and we just pray. Oh, man, it's just terrible. Virginia, some numbers are coming in. It's Trump, 54, Clinton, 41. Let's go to Florida. It's Trump 49, Clinton 48, with 45% of the vote in. Wow! Are you serious? So now we're getting some numbers out of Virginia that Trump has an early lead there. Georgia, it's Trump 68, Clinton 29, but there's only 1% in. Way too early to call Georgia, but don't worry, Georgia's going to go to Trump. I just feel that one's going to work that way. I think the South is still, of course, Trump's strength. Blowout, Trump wins Indiana, huge. Going to be a blowout there. He's going to get 60 to 65% of the vote in the Hoosier state. Same thing in Kentucky. He's going to get a big win there. We need a landslide. That's right. And in New Hampshire, it's too close to call. North Carolina, it's too early. Ohio, it's too early. Georgia, it's too early. Florida, 45% of the votes are in. And it's Trump 49, Clinton 48. What? That is, look out for some hanging chads there. Also, New Hampshire, too close. South Carolina, too close. Virginia, too close. Here's what we can report tonight. Hillary Clinton has won Vermont. She picks up 3 electoral votes there. And Donald Trump has won Kentucky. That's 8 votes. Indiana, that's 11 votes. West Virginia, that's 5 votes. It's now 24-3. Trump leading at this moment. All right, so we've got a long way to go. We got a long way to go tonight. But it could go fast. If we can get a landslide going. Virginia, it's Trump 53, Clinton 41. That's the first 7% of the votes are in. Trump up 53-41 in Virginia. Trump leading in Florida 49-47 with 46% of the vote in. So it's 49-47 and we've got 46% of the vote in. Wow. Hang in there, but I don't know if any of the Miami-Dade votes have been in. But I don't know if any of the Pensacola and the Panhandle and up there in the northern portion and the central part of Florida. How many of these precincts have reported? That's still a ways to go. And so we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. What's at stake in this election? Well, your Second Amendment rights is certainly at stake. Hillary has already said repeatedly, even in speeches that she got paid $500,000 in Wall Street, that she wants to peel back the Second Amendment, not do away with it, but make it so difficult for people to have guns that it's almost impossible. I mean, really corner it, all right? But the problem with that is then the bad guys run around the guns and kill everybody. Just look at Chicago. Hillary also supports partial birth abortion. What that means is when the baby is in the delivery room, once the head is delivered, then you can go ahead and take a pair of scissors and clip the back of the baby's neck and sever the spinal cord and kill the child. She is for this, and the reason she's for this is because then they can sell the body parts for a whole lot more money. We're talking millions of dollars can be sold with the aborted children. I know you didn't want to hear about this, but folks, these are the same people that are splattering breast milk and sperm milk and placenta and blood and praying to the devil. And we're talking high-level folks. I'm not going to let this stuff slide. I'm not going to sit here. I'm sorry if you were looking for cotton candy Christianity, you've come to the wrong channel. Every day is not Friday. What you need to understand is we're in a spiritual battle. We're in a warfare. And at stake right now is the freedom to continue to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. I do not want to live in a nation where the devil's in charge, where a Saul Lewinsky is the Bible instead of the Word of God. Well, you guys don't want me to preach tonight. You just want me to give the results. Okay. All right. I mean, I'm sorry. Oh, by the way, have you guys heard of the Democrat Underground? Is that a website somewhere? I just got a phone call from Doug Hagman. He said, Pastor Begley, I just want you to know, yesterday, you were literally thrown under the bus. You were trashed. They literally lit you up. There was a ton of people in this website called the Democrat Underground, and I guess I was the target. They were extreme. He said, this is a badge of courage. He said, I just want you to know you just received a golden star for being attacked in the Democrat Underground. What they attacked me over was my reporting that when I was in Israel, that 90% of the Jewish people that I talked to, Jews, Muslims, and Christians, didn't matter. 9 out of 10 wanted Trump to win this election. And it's the truth. Heidi was with me. It's the truth. We couldn't find nobody that wanted Clinton. But, of course, just like Yehuda Glick told me and others in Israel, but if Clinton wins, we will be standing with her because we're going to stand with America no matter what. Well, I'm going to stand with America no matter what as well, but I'm not going to be happy about this. Trump is at 50% in Florida. Let's see what's going on. Ohio, it's Trump 50, Clinton 46. 1% of the vote is in. Trump with an early lead in Ohio. Okay, so we'll keep a close eye on that. Let's see what else is going on here. South Carolina, it's Trump 49, Clinton 48. 1% of the vote is in South Carolina. Trump with a narrow lead there. Too early to call. Vermont went to Hillary Clinton in a blowout. Not really. I mean, 56-38. It's something like that. She's going to win pretty big in Vermont. and Trump wins Indiana, Trump wins Kentucky, Trump wins West Virginia. Virginia, it's Trump 53, Clinton 41. That's with 11% of the vote in. Trump with a nice early lead in Virginia. Come on, that's supposed to go blue. Now, I know it's early, but hey, a pretty nice jump. Florida, it's Trump 49, Clinton 47. 53% of the vote is in. It's 49, 47, 53% of the vote is in Florida. Trump with a 2% lead. Hang in there, everybody. Georgia, Trump 71, Clinton 27, but only 1% is in. But I feel real good about Georgia going to Donald Trump. Also, New Hampshire's too close. North Carolina, Ohio, Georgia, New Hampshire, South Carolina, Virginia, all of them. It's too early or too close. The key one to keep an eye on right now is Florida, because 53% of the vote is in, and Trump 49, Clinton 47. Amen. Nick Robinson, Indiana went to Trump all the way. Yes, we brought that one home. That's 11 electoral votes. Kentucky, 8 for Trump. West Virginia, 5 for Trump. Vermont, 3 for Clinton. It is 24-3 right now. It's 24-3 early in the night, okay? Early in the night. Wow, are you serious? What's going on here? Oh, man. Ohio, North Carolina, it's Trump 54, Clinton 43, 10% is in. Ohio, Trump 50, Clinton 46, only 1% of the vote is in, but Trump with the lead. So Trump's got these early leads in. He leads in North Carolina. He leads in Ohio. He leads in Georgia. He leads in South Carolina. He leads in Virginia, and he leads in Florida, 49-47, with 53% of that state's numbers are in. But I bet you that Miami-Dade, this is the problem. The Democrats are going to sit down there in Miami-Dade County, and they're going to sit there and wait for all the rest of the votes to come in to see how much they need to put themselves over the top. This is the one thing. I hope there's some people down in Miami-Dade. I hope there's some red shirts down in Miami-Dade that are watching what's going on with ballot stuffing and that kind of thing. We got to keep a close eye on this because this is where they may try to steal Florida down there in Miami-Dade County. All right, so you can understand what I'm telling you. We're living in a wicked world, folks. It really is. But Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. All right? Pretty soon at 8 o'clock, we're going to have another 16 states polls that are going to close. When that happens, it's going to be total chaos for a couple hours as we wait. That's right, Vicky. You better be doing it right there. Vicky in Florida says, pray for no corrupted votes in Miami-Dade County. That's where it's at, folks. I'm telling you, you better be praying for that situation. Same thing, unfortunately, but you better be praying about some of the votes that's going to be tabulated in Detroit, Michigan. We're not even talking about Michigan yet, but Michigan is a state that Donald Trump can win. But wait, you better be praying right now that no corruption in Detroit, because the state of Michigan may be hanging in the balance there. And if Trump was to pull off Michigan, as well as Ohio and North Carolina and Florida and New Hampshire, and I don't know, I mean, do you really think he could win Virginia? Wow. Trump 50, Clinton 47, 1% of the vote is in South Carolina. Trump's got an early lead in South Carolina. Trump has an early lead in Virginia, an early lead in New Hampshire, an early lead. Here we go. We got some polls that are going to close pretty soon. He's got an early lead in Ohio. Trump with an early lead in North Carolina. Trump is leading in Florida, 49-47 with 53% of the vote in. Trump has won West Virginia. Trump has won Indiana. He has won Kentucky. And Clinton has won Vermont. But now, some of these other East Coast states are going to be coming in. Maine, which could go kind of half and half. What about Pennsylvania? Does Trump have a chance to win Pennsylvania? You want to keep an eye, though, on some of the late votes that have come in out of the Philadelphia area. Come on, Vernon Hale, help me out here. Help us bring this thing home. And also, keep an eye on Cleveland area. Keep an eye on Columbus. Keep an eye on some of the voting in Cincinnati. Keep an eye on some of this going on around the different states. But really, Miami-Dade is the one that I'm concerned about right now as we go later into the night. Anyway, if God be for us, who can be against us? All right? If God be for us, who can be against us? I pray I don't lose any connections here tonight. We really want to keep a good connection, keep everything working well. If for some reason we go down on one of these channels that we're on, whether I'm on paulbegleyprophecy.com or New Live Stream or Roku Satellite, if we go down, just sit still. We'll be right back. We'll get it back, okay? Might take 2-3 minutes, might take 5 minutes. We'll be back. Same thing at YouTube. If we go down, just sit still. We'll be right back. Matter of fact, I want to say God bless everybody watching at YouTube. We have 1,265 that have gathered with us tonight in YouTube tonight. And I want you to stay with me through the night. Just stay with me. Because this is a night. North Carolina, it's Trump 50, Clinton 43 with 12% of the vote in now. Trump with an early lead, 50 to 43. Ohio, it's Trump 52, Clinton 44 with 3% of the vote in. Trump with a nice 52-44 lead in Ohio to get things started there. Good news there. Praise God for that. South Carolina, it's Trump 47, but Clinton 50. 1% of the vote is in. Clinton with an early lead in South Carolina, but I still feel like Trump will take that one home. We'll see. And let's see what else is going on in some of the more. In 11 minutes, we're going to have 16 more polls close. In 11 minutes, 16 more states. The polls are going to close, including Washington, D.C. Wow. Amen. I'm praying. Praying tonight. Praying everywhere. Praying tonight. Amen. Amen. And in the national popular vote as we speak, it's Trump 51, Clinton 45. Clinton has 4.2 million votes. Trump has 4.8 million votes. That is the running total in the popular vote as we speak. They say this is going to be a record night of votes. This could go over 140 million votes. So what does that all mean? Well, you can win the popular vote and still lose the election. That's happened 4 times in history, including George W. Bush's victory over Al Gore in the year 2000. So you can have more votes than anyone and still lose because you've got it strategically. You have to win. It's based on population of states. All right, we know that. And right now, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Tennessee, Washington, D.C., a bunch of states, the polls are going to close in 9 minutes and 52 seconds. It's going to be really interesting what takes place as we go. I'm glad you guys are with me tonight. It's just great to see everybody gathering in at New Live Stream, at Roku Satellite, at paulbegleyprophecy.com. We got folks also from around the world with us, not just the Americans. This election is not just about the United States. This election is about the kingdoms of the world. There's a kingdom shift going to happen tonight. Obama's kingdom is getting ready to be set aside. Will it be the kingdom of Hillary Rodham Clinton, who is motivated by the books like Rules for Radicals by Saul Owinski, that's dedicated to Lucifer? Her campaign manager is John Podesta, who's involved in satanic rituals of spirit cooking and all mingling and the and cartel and the classified emails and the craziness and the chaos. I mean, are you serious? So, expected that Trump has just won South Carolina. Are you serious? South Carolina, man, that was great. South Carolina goes to Trump. He picks up the uh, in South Carolina, and now Trump has 33, and Clinton has 3. It's Clinton 3, as South Carolina has just gone to Donald Trump. Hang on, they say we're freezing a little bit over there at YouTube. Let's see how that could happen. Hang on. It should come back, guys. Hang in there, okay? YouTubers, hang in there. Maybe just refresh. Just refresh. Let me know if we're going to be okay at YouTube. Could be a little bit of a weakening there. Is it back? Okay, YouTubers, always hang in there, YouTube. Don't freak out if we go down for a moment. We will come back. We're back. Welcome back. It's the same old place that we talked about. You see, the votes are coming in and Trump's got the lead. But you know there's some stuff going on that we can't see. So don't freak out tonight. Don't go home crying. I don't want to lose. I'm not dying. Just hang in there a lot because we got them on the spot. Welcome back. Come on, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, we got the YouTubers back, I believe. Tell somebody to um, tell somebody to if I'm still here. Clinton has an early in Ohio, 540. All right, guys. 55-41. Clinton is leading Ohio. More information is now coming in. South Carolina, Trump wins it. 2% of the vote is in, but they've already got him at 53-43. Trump wins South Carolina. Vermont went to, of course, Hillary Rodham Clinton. So hang on a second. We're waiting to find out where do we stand in North Carolina. Where are we at in Ohio? Clinton has the lead in Ohio right now. Where is Florida? Here's Virginia. It's Trump 53, Clinton 41, with 21% of the vote in. Trump with a nice lead in Virginia. What? That's supposed to be a blue state. Man, if he flips that thing, West Virginia, blowout. Trump wins. Larry's happy. West Virginia. Blue Ridge Mountain, West Virginia. Shenandoah River. That's right. Florida. It's Trump 47, Clinton 49. With 72% of the vote in, Clinton now leads Trump 49-47. It is Clinton in the lead with 72% of the vote in. It's Clinton 49, Trump 47. In Georgia, it's Trump a blowout, 71-27 with only 2%, still way too early. to call Georgia. Of course, Indiana won big, blowout over. Trump wins big in Indiana. But right now it is Clinton 49.8, Trump 47.4, with 72% of the vote in. Also, Marco Rubio is winning in Florida right now by about 4%. All right. Wow, Florida, hang on, come on, Vicky, hang on to Florida. Don't let this thing get away. Don't let it get away. All right, so we'll keep a close eye on what's going on there. I want to welcome everybody watching live tonight. We're just getting started. The polls are going to close in 3 minutes. 16 more states. The polls are going to close. Trump is leading right now. He has won the state of Kentucky, picking up 8 electoral votes. He won Indiana, that's 11. He won West Virginia, that's 5. He has won South Carolina, that's 9. That's 33 electoral votes, Donald Trump. Hillary Clinton has won Vermont, that's 3. We do know that Trump is leading in North Carolina right now. Clinton is leading in Ohio. Florida, Clinton is ahead, 49 to 47%, with 72% of the vote in, but it's not over. That's Florida. We know that Trump is way ahead in Georgia. We know that Trump is leading in New Hampshire. We know that Trump won South Carolina, and we know that Trump is leading in Virginia. But Florida, wow. Has the Pennsylvania's polls close in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, we're going to have 16 more states. 16 more states. The polls are going to close in 2 minutes. And so I just want to welcome everybody that's here. Yes, Trump has won South Carolina. David and Kathy, you're correct. Broward County, 79% was for Hillary. Are they done? Vicki, is that it now? Is Broward County done? Because if they're done, we still got 28% of the state to go, and Hillary's only up 2 points. If that's the northern part of the state, it's a good chance that Trump can overtake her and win this state. Is that it? I mean, here's Virginia. It's Virginia 54, Clinton 41, with 24% in. Trump with a big lead in Virginia, but there's some key areas that haven't come in yet. All right, some key areas haven't come in yet, so we'll keep an eye on that. But wow, wouldn't it? That would be a game changer if Virginia was to flip and go to Trump. Okay, here we are. 75% of the vote is in. It's Clinton 49, Trump 47. 75% of the vote is in. Clinton still with a 2% lead. She's ahead by about 1.5 points, really. All right, Georgia, it's Trump 69, Clinton 29, with 2% of the vote in. Too early to call that. In the next 23 seconds, we're Illinois, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Mississippi, Missouri, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Tennessee, Washington, D.C. All these polls are closing right now. We're going to have some winners. Hang on. Let me see if I can write them down. Here we go. Missouri goes to Trump. Trump wins Missouri. 10 points for Trump. Mississippi goes to Trump. Oklahoma goes to Trump. Tennessee goes to Trump. Illinois goes to Clinton. All right, so let me see if I can catch up with all this. New Jersey goes to Clinton. Trump picked up Tennessee. Massachusetts goes to Clinton. Maryland goes to Clinton. Delaware goes to Clinton. District of Columbia goes to Clinton. Okay, so let me see if I can catch up here. I know Tennessee went to Trump. Missouri went to Trump. That went so fast, they didn't give me a chance to even write it down. Clinton's got the lead in New Hampshire right now, 54-40, with 5% of the vote in. So let me see if I catch up real quickly. Give me just a second here. Let's just see what Clinton has just won. Clinton has won Illinois. That is 20 votes. Clinton wins New Jersey, where I'm at right here, and that is 14 votes. Clinton wins Massachusetts, and that is 11 votes. Clinton wins Maryland, and that is 10 votes. Clinton wins Delaware, that is 3 votes. And Clinton wins Washington, D.C., that is 3 votes. Trump picks up Tennessee, that's 11 votes. Trump picks up Missouri, that is 10 votes. And he won some more, so give me just a second to find out what happened there so quickly. It was just, well, that was just crazy. Okay, let's see. Hillary has 23, she has 37, she has 48, 58, 61, 64. She might have picked up some more. I got to find out here. Plus 3, so that's 67. Is that right? No, 23, 37, 48, 58, 61, 64. Unless I'm missing something here. And Trump. Okay, so it's Clinton 68, Trump 67 right now. So it's Clinton 68, Trump 67. And the key states we're waiting on here, of course. Trump wins Missouri, he wins Mississippi, he wins Oklahoma, he wins Tennessee, and Mississippi. Just check that real fast. Mississippi is 6 votes for Trump, and Oklahoma is 7 votes for Trump. And so Trump has 8 from Kentucky, 11 from Indiana, makes 19, 5 from West Virginia is 24, 9 from South Carolina is 33, 10 from Missouri is 43, 11 from Tennessee is 54, 6 from Mississippi is 60, and 7 from Oklahoma is 67. Clinton has 3 from Vermont, 20 from Illinois, 14 from New Jersey, 11 from Massachusetts, 10 from Maryland, 3 from Delaware, 3 from Washington, D.C., and 4 from Rhode Island. And it's 68-67. Clinton has the lead. Wow! But there's a lot of states like Virginia. It's Trump 54, Clinton 41, with 27% of the vote. And that's supposed to be a blue state, 13 for Hillary. Is it possible that Trump's going to flip this map and take Virginia? That is a big one. We got to keep a close eye because Trump does have the lead. Of course, Florida's huge, and Hillary leads right now, 49-47, and that's with 75% of the vote in. Alabama, 1% of the vote is in. Clinton leads 53-45 with 1% of the vote in. We're still waiting on North Carolina. We're still waiting on Ohio. We're still waiting on Georgia. We're still waiting on New Hampshire. We're, unbelievable, folks, when you think about how this process works. But obviously, what takes place here is the country is deeply divided. The country is extremely, deeply divided. And so Trump needs to pull some victories here in some of these areas. So you know what? We just pray for the United States of America. But you can see how divided it is. But this isn't Obama against John McCain, which was a blowout. This isn't Obama and Romney, which was a blowout. This is a different animal. We have a record crowds that are voting. And let me just see what we can find out about Florida, because Florida's huge. So's Virginia. And I still think Trump's going to win North Carolina, and I still think he's going to win Ohio, but we still don't know that yet. I'm pretty positive he'll win Georgia. Don't know who's going to win New Hampshire. Right now it is Clinton 54, Trump 40 in New Hampshire with 5% in. North Carolina, Clinton 52, Trump 45. That's with 51% of the vote in. Clinton's got an early lead in North Carolina. That's huge. That's huge, but it's still way too early. Ohio, Clinton 53, Trump 43 with 27% of the vote in. But again, way too early for Ohio. We have to wait till some more of these precincts come in and get a better feel for it. But it's crazy. It's really crazy. And the nation's divided. The nation is truly divided. More polls are going to close. I don't know if some of them close at 8:30 or not. That's right. Melanie is right. The Panhandle in Florida is a very conservative area. Matter of fact, that whole Panhandle, that's called the Redneck Riviera, just so you'll know, okay, where Destin, Florida is, and Pensacola. But actually, even in the central part of the state, Ocala, okay, right up through the central part of the state, and the northern part of the state, Florida, very conservative, and it may swing this vote in the final analysis here. We may see Trump pull Florida out. It's going to go down to the wire. Right now, you've got Florida, and you've got to deal with North Carolina. You got to deal with Ohio, and still keep an eye on Georgia. But I think Trump will win Georgia. So it's really Orlando. Yes, Orlando's kind of a mixture, Larry. That's really it's kind of a mixture. But most of the northern half of the state of Florida, very conservative, and the southern half, a lot more liberal, especially, let's say, in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, even in Tampa. I mean, a lot more liberal, and so you'll see those numbers fluctuate. You'll see them. So we'll hang in here and see what else is going to happen. I'm going to be joining the Hagmans. I'm actually a guest on their show, and I'm just going to wait, stay with you guys, I think, and just let them call me and go live on the Hagmans. They're having a powerful show over there tonight. And so look forward to the Hagmans being with us in Chicago, where we're going to be having a conference in Chicago, in Gurnee, Illinois. That's the north side of Chicago. And Russ Dizdar and Joe and Doug Hagman will be joining myself in a powerful conference, 2-day conference, May 5th and 6th. May 5th and 6th. As soon as we lock down, as soon as I sign the contract on the hotel, the ballroom of the hotel, then we'll release the information. You guys can start registering for that. You don't want to miss that one. You just don't want to miss that one. That may be the conference of the year. That might be the conference of the year. Orlando, we know, is going to be huge. Orlando, we're looking forward to it. Kevin Wilson is going to be with us in Orlando. Steve Leidig is going to be with us in Orlando, and I'll be speaking as well, and we may have another guest or two. We're working on the meeting of the minds for Mississippi. That would be with Anthony Patch and with BP Earthwatch, and maybe we can Skype in Mike from around the world and myself. We're working on that for later this year. California, we're going to do something. So Gurnee, Illinois is the north suburbs. It's 30 miles north of Chicago. Gurnee, Illinois on the north side. It's going to be a powerful conference. And we figure we'll get Miss CD there for that one. Okay, so that's right in her area. It was great in Boston. We had Michelle of New Hampshire there. And here in New Jersey, we had Mary of New York here. And when we were in California earlier this year in Carlsbad, California. We had RoboMom with us there. And when we were in Orlando, we've had Vicky there. We've had Vicky in Indiana. We hope to have her in Orlando when we come back to Florida later next year. And just a lot of folks, all of us getting together, anywhere we can meet. And of course, we meet here every day at 12 noon Eastern with a powerful broadcast, trying our best to keep up with everything going on. Guys, some other news going on. There's been a shooting at a polling place in California. One person's dead, 4 are wounded. I want to thank Ida Bill for bringing that information to us. That's happened tonight. At a polling place in California, 1 person shot dead, 4 injured. Now, your mainstream media won't even discuss it, but that's the kind of stuff that's going on out there. And while that's going on, Russia had a massive explosion, 300,000 people without power. It's possible that this could have been the Joe Biden cyber attack that he said we're going to, I don't know. Or it could be the CMEs that Jesse at BP Earthwatch that he said was going to come upon the earth. And I've still been looking for an earthquake sometime later today. Yes, it was at a polling location in California. 1 dead, 4 wounded. Now, I have not got the, I'm not sure which polling location that is. Sorry, guys, I've been bouncing back and forth between YouTube's chat room and my Publicly Prophecy chat room. I'm at Publicly Prophecy right now. So it pretty amazing right now. Hillary Clinton's at 68. Clinton has won Vermont. That's 3. Illinois, that's 20. She won New Jersey for 14 votes. Massachusetts for 11 votes. Maryland for 10 votes. Delaware for 3 votes. Washington, D.C. for 3 votes. And Rhode Island for 4 votes. Trump has won Kentucky for 8 votes. Indiana for 11 votes. West Virginia for 5 votes. South Carolina for 9 votes. Tennessee for 11 votes. Missouri for 10 votes. Mississippi for 6 votes, and Oklahoma for 7 votes. It is Clinton 68, Trump 67. And so, but real close right now in North Carolina, in Ohio, in Florida, and in Virginia. Unbelievable. So, hang on. Are you serious? Hold on. This may be a long night. Heidi's downstairs here at the hotel with several of the folks gathering in that's going with us tomorrow. We're catching a plane tomorrow. Pray for our safety as we'll be flying to Israel. And it's going to be really a powerful tour. LaCie Broadcasting. I'm co-hosting with LaCie Broadcasting as LaCie Tours, and they do an excellent job. They really do an excellent job. And 126 folks are going with us. I saw Dr. Rosa downstairs. She's having a great time. She's excited about going to Israel. And it's just going to be a powerful day. Okay, Vicky says it's 58-37 Trump for Fort Myers, Lee County area. That's my sister. I have a sister. Marcy's her name. My youngest sister. She's a nurse, and she works in the hospitals there in Fort Myers, Florida. So I'm going to put a shout out to my sister. She's probably not listening. She's probably working, but hang in there. Ohio, Clinton with the lead, but it's still early. So we're just hanging there and wait on these. We have more polls that are going to close. We have more votes to be tabulated. Well, thank you, Vicky, for hugs for Marcy and Fort Myers. Thank you. And so it's just great to see everybody over here at Publicly Prophecy chat room tonight. Glad you guys are hanging out with us. We're here in New Jersey. And, if God be for us, who can be against us? And I plead the blood of Christ over this nation. And I think that Russ Dizdar made a very important point today. He said, but no matter who wins, he says, if Trump wins, God is allowing America to have a bubble, an opportunity for the Christians to step up and start taking back some ground, what the devil has stolen from this nation. So if Trump wins, we got to step up, folks, because there's going to be some relaxing and some freedoms, and there may be, he may be able to put in 2 or 3 Supreme Court justices and reverse the curse of abortion, which he says he wants to do. Can he get 2 or 3 justices in there? Maybe. Okay. Now, meanwhile, Russ Dizdar made an oh, by the way, protect your Second Amendment rights, your freedom of speech, just a lot of things that go on economically. There's a lot that goes on if he wins. But now Russ Dizdar said a very important thing. He said, but if Hillary wins tonight, he goes, that just means I got to readjust. I'm just going to make some adjustments. It means I'm going to have to go at things a little harder, a little more craftier. Basically, I'm going to have to be a little more, you're going to have to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove, but we're going to have to turn up the heat, and we're going to have to realize the enemy is going to be standing in, there'll be more roadblocks in the road, but that doesn't stop us. If God be for us, who can be against us? And I can tell you, if Hillary Clinton wins tonight, there'll be no show tomorrow because I'm traveling to Israel, but it's not going to stop me. If anything, I'll probably turn the heat up way hotter because I know what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with a satanic administration, a corrupt satanic. I won't even have to sit around and wait and see what she's going to do. I already know what's coming. If Trump wins tonight, I'm not going to sit back and relax either. I'm going to take the moment, the initiative, the advantage to go into all the world and to preach the gospel. The door is going to open. There's going to be a bubble. And these Christians have got to step up, and we got to make this thing happen. So, folks, I'm telling you right now, this is, in other words, we're not going to stop. We're not going to slow down, but we're going to put the hammer down one way or the other. I just love to see America get back on its feet. I'd love to see America get back on its feet. There's Miss Heidi. How are you doing, Heidi? All right, we're in for it here. We got Clinton at 68, Trump at 67, and the delegates. And these are the delegates. And also North Carolina, Ohio, Florida, Virginia, all of them too close to call. And there's still some more states the polls got to close.
Indiana surely won.
Oh, yeah, we won big. We was the first one to win.
No problem.
Okay, Indiana, Kentucky.
All right. Know how to act.
That's right. It's about West Virginia, South Carolina, Tennessee, Missouri, Mississippi, and Oklahoma. That's right. Rhonda Peach is down there in Mississippi. Thank you, guys. Rhonda Peach and Jesse Waltman and everybody else down there in Mississippi. Thank you, guys, for bringing that one home. Stephen of Oklahoma. Everybody in Oklahoma, thank you so much for standing strong. And Tennessee, thank you, Mary Jane Parker. Thank you, and some of the others, all the nice folks we met in Knoxville, Tennessee. Good job, guys, for bringing that one in. South Carolina, way to go. You guys were strong. I remember when South Carolina used to be a toss-up state. This one was easy. Drove it all the way home. Let me give you some updates right now. It's Trump 51, Clinton 37 in Virginia right now with about 51% of the vote in. Trump with the lead. All right? So keep an eye on Virginia. That's supposed to be a blue state. I don't know how this thing's going to wind up. Alabama, Trump commanding lead over Clinton. Connecticut, Clinton with a commanding lead over Trump. All right, which is not too, that was expected. Florida, 88% of the vote is in. Tied, 48.5% Clinton. 48.5% Trump. Tied. 88% of the vote in. Georgia, Trump blowing Clinton out 71-27 with 6%. It's still too early, but Trump's going to win Georgia. I really feel like he's going to win Georgia, but it's still too early. So hang in there right now with that. Let me see. But boy, Florida, 48-48 with 88% in. Kansas, Trump blowing out Clinton right now, 64-31. He'll win Kansas. There's no doubt about that. Let me see what else is going on here. Trump, big win in Kentucky, 61-33. That's over. And Maryland, Clinton crushes Trump. Forget that one. 81-15. Of course, that's only with 6% in. But so we know what's happened here. Clinton has 68 electoral votes. And, oh no. He's going to knock me off the air. Heidi, call Drew, okay? He just knocked me off the air. I know. See if I can get it back on real quick. Let's see. I think I'm back on here, guys. I think I'm back on. I think I'm back at live stream. Sorry about that. We had a glitch where we lost our connection, and I think we're back at Roku and at the website there. Thank you, Mary. They're calling me, Mary. It's kind of crazy what's going on. Sorry about that. We did lose connection on Roku live stream. Ms. ZD will have to go back and save some of that footage at live stream. Okay. It's great to see Zach and Larry and Sarah and Mrs. Tuz. You want me to get a pot of coffee? May just call and have one. I'll get one here. Okay, Zach, good to see you. Ida Biddle's here. Seattle Sunshine in the house. Rick Lawson's here. Rick and Tatiana in Seattle. Gene, Dyson, Owl. Good to see Owl Blue. Lorraine, Kathy and David. Sea Woman in Yeshua is in the house. Lead man. Good to see all you folks. Tahoe, I think, is here. There's Tahoe. And Diane Blue is in the house. Richard Parker. Denise Walker here. Ray for Jesus. Stella's here tonight. Miss ZD is here. Oh, good. Miss ZD is saving where we lost the connection there at live stream and Roku. She is saving that for us. So, Miss ZD, that kind of thing may happen periodically tonight. So, thank you for being able to pull that off. We're still at 68 electoral votes right now in the bag for Clinton and 67 in the hamper for Trump. And let's see. Let's see what we got here. Faith is here. Nick Robinson's here. Texas, Nick. Bring Texas home, will you? Bring Texas home. Arkansas, the polls are going to close in Arkansas in 5 minutes, all right? And let's see which way that goes. I would think Arkansas is going to go red. Even though Hillary and Bill are from Arkansas, you know, you're the governor 4 times there. Bill Clinton's presidential library's in Arkansas. I would think that Arkansas would certainly go with Hillary, but I think you're going to find out. I was talking to Dr. Rosa downstairs, who just flew in here. She said she just got in here to New Jersey. She's going to Israel with us tomorrow, and she said, I caught a plane in the Bill and Hillary airport in Little Rock. But she said the whole place was red. Okay, so she said, it's crazy. All right, so we'll find out how this shakes out, guys. But anyway, right now it is close. Ohio, it's 51-45 Clinton with 31% of the vote in. Hillary's ahead. 51-45 with 31% of the vote is in. So there you go, Hillary Clinton with the lead. Pennsylvania, it's Clinton 80, Trump 17, but that's only 1% of the vote. Can't go by that. Rhode Island, we already know Clinton won that, even though Trump has the lead. With 2% of the vote in, it doesn't matter. She will win that. It's a done deal. Trump has already won South Carolina, we know that. And so I'm just trying to check out where we're at here with Florida. The last report in Florida was 48 to 48%. Clinton 48.5, Trump 48.5 with 88% of the vote in. All right, Texas with 37% of the vote, it is Trump 48, Clinton 47. 48, 47 Trump, and that's with 37% of the vote in Texas. Come on, Texas! What is going on down there? Don't worry, calm down. Trump ahead by 1%. Virginia, it's Trump 51, Clinton 43. 51-43, Trump leads Virginia, and that's with 44% of the vote in. For some reason, Trump's leading. Trump's going to win Alabama. That's going to be a blowout before it's all said and done. All right, here come the Hagmans. Hang on a second, everybody. Hello?
Hey, Paul.
How we doing?
All right. Okay, we are at our bottom of the hour break, and we got about another. So, let's just stand by and let the on the line, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
One day it hit me, ties for the big brands when you can work for Jesus and preach this simply by wearing the clothes that you wear and love. That's right, simply by putting on your favorite clothes. That is, if you bought them from blessedever.com. Blessedever.com has cool t-shirts with clever designs that will impact everyone you see. Shirts like, don't worry, be holy, or hashtag eternal lives matter, or my favorite, Jesus say repent. So check out blessedever.com, and if you like something, buy something. It will help support the video ministry and change lives one by one. Be a living billboard and check out blessedever.com. That's blessedever.com. Thanks, everybody, and have the blessed day ever.
Folks, in these uncertain times, it just makes sense to have a sustainable backup method for accomplishing one of life's most important tasks, that's preparing food. This is the way to go. There is nothing better than a Minuteman rocket stove from MinutemanStove.com. We all need a way to cook and a method to process water. I mean, think about it. Think about the many things that could happen to you. A Minuteman rocket stove can provide your family or group the perfect solution. It's small, lightweight, wood-burning, and every bit as powerful as a kitchen stove. It's smokeless, fully self-contained for clean storage and transport. Because it's so efficient, it cuts down on your wood-gathering processing chores to a tenth what would be required if cooking the old-fashioned way over an open fire. So don't rely on gas or fuel stoves. Prepare your family, prepare for yourself. Order a Minuteman rocket stove today. It's going to make bad times much better. Folks, MinutemanStove.com. MinutemanStove.com. You guys say more.
You should have a Minuteman, the survival stove, and an ammo can.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this very special election 2016 edition of the Hagman and Hagman Report. We're working together with CanadaFreePress.com, a view from the north, as we integrate. We become multicultural here. Our Canadian friends, of course, CanadaFreePress.com, the prevailing authority in journalistic integrity from Canada. Judy McLeod, the senior editor of Canada Free Press. Arthur Weinreb, one of the most astute columnists, investigative journalists in Canada. Thank you so much to Judy, to Arthur, to everyone behind them as well, Brian, and even to Yankee. Thank you so much for allowing us to be part of your enterprise tonight. Historic. I think we're the only broadcasting media right now that's actually combining Canadian and American forces to take a look at this, and because of that, we've got information coming from the UK and Europe overseas, as we do on our right now our listeners in the UK, and I would note that the UK is reporting that Trump is, quote, well behind. Now, we know what that means. We know it's kind of like the American Brexit, you know. Anyway, before we get to our next guest, oh my goodness, buckle up, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are full upright and locked position, because Pastor Paul Begley is coming on our program, coming right now to give us his take on things. Before we get to Pastor Paul Begley, folks, I want you to go to MinutemanStove.com. That's MinutemanStove.com. The Minuteman Rocket Stove. It's the perfect survival cooking stove for you and your family. It's a biomass burning stove. Just a few twigs. You can find them anywhere. Small amounts of sticks and twigs for fuel. You're always going to be able to find enough fuel for the Minuteman, even if you live in the center of New York City. Guarantee it. It's fully insulated with ceramic refractory insulation. This focuses the heat, which results in cooking power comparable to a kitchen stove. It can be used on a picnic table because the outside is insulated. The heat's directed. It's the greatest stove I have ever seen. By the way, it doesn't create any smoke in case you're worried about giving away your position, or in case smoke does happen to bother you. The Minuteman stove is self-contained, seals airtight for travel and for storage. It is the only self-contained rocket stove on the market. It's a 50 caliber ammo can. That's how it's designed. It's got a rubber seal, nice carry handle. It weighs 14 pounds. Travels clean, stores clean. No smells, no soot inside your vehicle or inside your storage facility. These are just some of the features that make Minuteman Rocket Stove our personal choice for survival cooking. And even better still, Minuteman stoves are made in America by Americans working for America. They're also serving with our troops in the overseas in Iraq and Afghanistan. These things are handmade, battle-proven, and very rugged. Folks, go to MinutemanStove.com. That's MinutemanStove.com. MinutemanStove.com. Mention you heard it on Hagman, and they'll just give you a thanks for telling us where you heard it. Yeah, that's all. No. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? Seriously?
One of our longtime friends and former radio show host, Pastor Paul Begley. PaulBegleyProphecy.com, the internet's pastor, if you will. Pastor, it's great to have you on.
Are you serious? What a night! It's great to be here with the Hagmans.
It's great to have you on. And thanks for agreeing to come on such short notice.
Wow.
We are doing a 6-hour marathon broadcast. We started at 6 p.m. going in through midnight as we cover this 2016 presidential election. Hopefully we have an answer before we leave tonight. Not sure if we will. Either way, it's great to have you on. I want to get your take on everything we've been seeing in this election cycle. And you can talk about anything pertaining to the election, the Hillary Clinton scandals, the FBI investigation, the media bias protecting Hillary Clinton and tearing apart Trump with lies. I even saw yesterday that it came out that $150,000 was paid to a person to make up a story and run the story on the major news networks that was pulled. Just something throwing that out there pertaining to the allegations about Trump being some kind of sexual predator. What do you make of all this, Pastor Paul?
know, I mean, the most embarrassing thing of it all is the media, the mass media. They have been a joke. They are making fun. They should make fun of themselves. They've been a joke. They've been a joke, and they wonder why the alternative media, why your numbers, my numbers, and all of us guys over here in the alternative media world, why our numbers are growing like mad and they're dying. It's because people want the truth, guys. They're tired of it. We can handle the truth. And so, here we are. I just want to throw this out there real fast. I mean, James Comey, Breitbart did an article on September 10th. James Comey, he and his brother's company did the taxes for the Clinton Foundation. They were paid $6 million in 2010. Then he went to work as a director in Lockheed Martin, he was paid another $6 million. Then Lockheed Martin gave major donations to the Clinton Foundation the same year. And oh, by the way, then Hillary Rodham Clinton was Secretary of State. She then, her State Department awarded Lockheed Martin 17 defense contracts. No wonder James Comey opened it, closed it, opened it, closed it. There's too much cash for him and his brother and his uncles and his nephews. In other words, the corruption is just unbelievable, guys. The Clinton cartel, the cash, the commingling, the collusion, the corruption. It's insane. It's chaos. And so, can I just say one thing? Florida. It's right now. Trump, 4,211,270 votes. Hillary Clinton, 4,140,762 votes. That's 91% of the votes are in. There's still got some more coming in from the panhandle, but I'm trying to find out if they're sandbagging some down there in Miami-Dade, waiting to figure out what they need. I don't know.
Yeah. Yep. You're right on the money with that, Pastor. Right in there in Broward County, Miami-Dade is. I saw a few articles the last few days where presidents are selected. You know, the counties that Florida that make or break presidents. And interestingly enough, we saw allegations and reports of Hillary Clinton or the top aide of Hillary Clinton meeting with Brenda Spires, of the head of Broward County elections a few weeks back. And they had been caught in, there was a few videos out there showing that because of some kind of, and this is their words, moisture issue, they had to disregard tens of thousands of absentee ballots.
Okay, go on. I just got numbers on Broward County, but go on.
From all
moisture,
everything we've seen in this election, Florida and the rallies and the amount of support Trump has in Florida and versus, I mean, Clinton went down there, got the last few times, only a couple hundred people showed up to her rallies down in Florida, and a lot of those were college kids. Trump has such a big presence on YouTube. He goes to these rallies, he gets 10, 20, 30,000 people to attend, and then double, triple that on the live stream on YouTube. Yesterday, Clinton had a rally. 200 people were watching on live stream, while Trump had 41,000 watching on live stream.
What?
These election results, I believe that what we're seeing now is padded election results for Clinton, just to make it look like she's not getting beat so bad
you think,
by Trump.
You think they're kind of padding it a little bit to make it look like she's still in the game, so that the people in the central part of the state and in the nation and in the West Coast still shows up at the polls to give her a shot, to make sure she don't lose California or don't lose Oregon or something.
If not,
Nevada.
We'll put her over the top. I believe some of the top number people are working behind the scenes.
It's really about Nevada.
To steal the election and make it look like Hillary is going to, winning by, small number of percentage points, when in reality, Greg Hunter was a guest on our show yesterday, and he talked about some, I think it was internal polling and other polling that showed the American people, based on all the things that we see going on, 25-1 Trump versus Clinton.
I agree with you. Every time I've seen a poll, matter of fact, I have been in 17 states of this nation this year preaching. 17 states. I've driven from Indiana to Hyman, Pennsylvania, from Hyman, Pennsylvania to Knoxville, Tennessee, from Indiana to West Monroe, Louisiana, Florida, California, Washington State. I have found one Hillary Rodham Clinton sign, and it's my neighbor across the street from me. He and I are staring each other down. I'm a preacher, he's a preacher, and we're about ready to meet in the middle of the road. I mean, that's where we're at right now. That's the only sign. Heidi, am I right? We can't find another sign. The signs are everywhere for the end times, but they're not for Hillary. Oh, by the way, Trump is ahead now by almost 100,000 votes in Florida with, I think 92% is in or something like that. Anyway, You think?
Yes.
Can I ask you a question, Doug and Joe? Can I ask you a question?
Pastor, wait a second though. Evangelicals, if the Christians would have stepped up and would step up, we can win this.
You're right.
We can win this thing. Go ahead, sir.
I'm glad you're throwing it out there. I was talking to Russ Dizdar today. He was on my show earlier today, and he's saying if Trump wins this, and he kind of feels Trump will win, kind of feels like he's King Cyrus in Isaiah 45. And King Cyrus was called God's anointed. You have to understand, he was the king of Persia. Yet God used him to reopen the gates to allow Israel to regain and to defeat its enemies. And so he says, I kind of think he's King Cyrus. But here's the thing. If Trump wins, God's going to give us a bubble, a little bit of time where the Christians, evangelicals, and all the Christians have got to step up and take back some of this ground we've lost over the last 40 years. Like really put it, like if Trump could get 2 or 3 Supreme Court justices, maybe we could reverse this abomination of abortion. Maybe we can cut taxes and help businesses, small businesses, to really start to flourish. Maybe we could put a tariff upon manufacturing and to help bring some of those jobs back. I don't know how you're going to get them all back. But I don't know. But I mean, what about the Christians? Are we going to step up? We better step up tonight. And so I'm praying that the folks in Nevada, I'm praying to people in Utah, I'm praying that New Mexico, Arizona step up. I'm praying to Michigan. I'm praying Michigan goes red. Right now, Trump's leading in Virginia. Right now, at this moment, maybe he steals Virginia. But this thing is still. This could have been a landslide if we could have had the body of Christ working together. I'm going to say that right now.
Amen. And to every Christian, and this is just me talking, Pastor, but for every Christian out there who decided to stay home or decided that they're too sanctimonious to vote for Trump, then what comes back the case? The bloodshed, the continued bloodshed. Clinton win if that is to be the case.
You can't say, well, I just don't know. Coward, and that's cop out. Step up, even if you lose. You step up, even if you lose. And he said, well, if Trump wins, we got this bubble. We're really going to move forward. We're going to try to evangelize heavier than ever before while we got an open window. If we lose, if Hillary Clinton wins this thing tonight, he says, I just readjust my strategy. We're not going to go away. Well, I'm not going away. And I can guarantee you the Hagman show is not going to go away. You guys will be right in there. Alternative media will be pounding this thing out. So don't worry. We're not going to go away. But, man, we really would like to have some of these roadblocks removed. Wouldn't you guys agree? And help this country get back to God and get back to the greatness that it can be.
And you know what, you make an excellent point, Pastor, because we would like to have some of these roadblocks removed. I saw something, and folks, I mentioned this to Pastor Paul Begley earlier. The regular listeners to this program know that I do follow, and of course, we've got news feeds coming into the studio in our offices 24/7, and once in a while, the names we've got. If a name hits the news, it sends us a notification. Happened to be. I got a notification that the Democratic National Socialist Progressive Liberal Communist website, Democratic Underground, in my opinion, did a hatchet piece on Pastor Paul Begley. So he's earned the gold star because if he and you know what they were upset with him about? They were upset with him about the prophetic implications of this election. And every single one of those responses, as far as I'm concerned, were from atheists, the worst of the worst non-believers. And I'm going to tell you something. If you've got people who don't believe in the God of the Bible, and if you got people who don't believe in the America's spiritual and moral integrity, then you've got problems. But congratulations, Pastor, for making the hit piece on that sewage site of Democratic Underground. Again, these are my opinions, and I'm entitled to my opinions. It's still America in 2016. So, but yeah, I thought it was pretty funny.
Okay, no, you're
Pastor,
telling
but
me
you've been right on things.
So you're saying that the name of this group is called the Democrat Underground, and so they really wrote a piece.
It's a news form, yeah.
Yeah, and they wrote a piece about me, and they really threw me under the bus because of my prophetic, the prophetic angle of this election. They just went off. Okay, hey, that's a. I'll stick that one on the shelf over there. Put that gold star up there, and say thank God. If that's the kind of people, if they want to fight me, they're fighting God, is what they're doing. I'll take that as a badge of honor. Praise God. I'm going to rejoice. Okay, and send me that link. Send me that link because I'd like to read. I mean, I've been called a Christian terrorist by the Huffington Post when they wrote an article about me. Yep. So hey, we'll take the Democrat Underground. Sure.
Yeah, put that right up next to your Southern Poverty Law Center Award for Hate.
Yeah, if you're not on the Right Wing Watch list, you haven't made it. Or if you're not on a list like that, you haven't made it. And you have really, you've really laid out through your program. Pastor Paul Begley's got just a terrific program. Boy, I'll tell you, through your program, you laid out the current events as they apply in this election as it applies to biblical prophecy. So, I mean, Pastor, if I had to, without knowing, I mean, without consulting the polls right now, can I ask? I mean, although it really is not going to matter, it's just going to change our strategy. Do you think it's going to be a Hillary win or a Trump win? What's your gut telling you and your spirit telling you?
Wow. I believe the American people are voting Trump as the president. I just been praying all day that the enemy's tricks and scams and moisture on ballots and haywire stuff going wrong. So what I've been saying is I know the people are going to vote Trump in as president of the United States. I've been praying against the tricksters and all of the all the shenanigans and anything and everything they can do that would try to stop it. That's what I've been praying. God, break their equipment. Get somebody a flat tire that's got a box full of stuffed ballots. Give them flat. Leave them on the highway for a few hours. Get us through this election. I just looked at Trump is now at 4,302,000, and Clinton's at 4,191,000, and that's with 90. How many percent is it? 94%. So Trump is pulling away at this moment. Well, I need to know. I just saw the total votes, but I'm trying to find out what percentage of votes in Florida have been counted.
It's a 90. I am on CNN.
Right now, I see Trump 49, Clinton 47.9. But what's the percentage? I'm not sure.
CNN, and she's saying it's about 91 to 92. Trump has.
Why not just
Trump's got about 100.
Get the news from North Korea.
Trump's one dead, 4 injured.
There was a multiple person shooting, an officer involved shooting in a. It's a suburb. It's not.
In Azusa Street. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
They say one has been killed, 3 treated for injury, and officers were fired upon near the polling place in Azusa residential neighborhood on Tuesday. Yeah, this took place at about 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Their time, Pacific. Not sure if it's a voter or election-related shooting, but it did happen near 2 polling places, and it was a police-involved shooting also. Again, 1 dead, 3 injured.
Worst
Doug, to answer your question, I believe that Trump will win the election from the voters of the United States of America. But I don't know if he gets to be president, because it just, will the cheaters, will the things that go on have just enough to stop him? I tell you, he's winning Florida by 113,000 votes. If he pulls off Florida, he's leading in Virginia. I'm telling you, if he wins Virginia, he's going to win the presidency, because that's supposed to be totally blue. That's too many delegates. He may win Michigan. So I'm with you guys. I think that Trump could win this thing. I think Trump is winning it, because look at the crowds at his rallies. Unbelievable crowds. Yet Clinton can't get 2 or 3. I get more people at my rallies than Clinton. I mean, that's insane. What? Are you serious? I mean, so there's no way. I say, you know what I'm saying?
Even her event this last weekend, because the only people show up to the event. Clinton's having to Photoshop pictures of her crowds at rallies. And people are just, I mean, Jay-Z campaigned with her. They gave out 10,000 free tickets. The 10,000 people came, but all of them left before Hillary Clinton even spoke. She can only get less than 1,500 people to attend a rally in Cleveland that LeBron James, who is the head of the Cleveland Cavaliers world champions, was there. It's ridiculous. Trump's getting more than that. Right. More than even the 10,000 with Jay-Z there on a nightly basis in multiple cities. Right. That should say everything.
You guys are on the money, and you guys know exactly what's been happening. So the numbers are with Trump. The people are with Trump. And let's just pray this thing through. The establishment. Where's the Bushes? Where'd they go? They're hiding in the bushes.
They're voting for Clinton.
Yeah, of course they are. Where's Mitt Romney? Where's Paul Ryan? Paul Ryan's scared to death. He don't know what to do. Okay? The guy's an empty suit.
Eddie Munster.
He's an empty suit. And we got a lot of them in Washington. And so, it's time for the church to rise up, guys. It's time for the church to take back what the devil has stolen. It's time for America. And get rid of Kaepernick. Fire him. If you don't want to stand up for the can I say this real fast about the NFL? Roger Goodell, what are you doing? He's been
on the wrong side of so many issues, and this is just the latest.
I mean, what you do is you tell the people who work for you, say, look, guys, when the national anthem goes, you're all going to stand. I don't care. This is what we do. We stand now. We tell you when to come in the game. We tell you to go out of the game. We tell you when to show up for the bus to get to the game. And when the national anthem plays, you stand. Now, if you want to protest it, do it on your own time somewhere else. Not on my time. That's real simple. That's real easy. Be a man, Roger. Be a man. And here's what's going to happen. 30% of the viewers of the NFL football have walked away from the NFL, and baseball was not stupid. The Cubs knew this, and the other guys, and they said, whoa, we better wave the red, white, and blue, because America's tired of this left-wing liberal garbage. We're tired of this anti-America. We're tired of this globalism. We're tired of these Luciferians, these New World Order. We're tired of it.
Amen. And Pastor Paul Begley is who we're talking to. Pastor, we only have about 2 minutes left. Tell people how they can listen to you, because you are one of the premier voices, one of the most popular voices on the internet. How can people listen to your website? Plug away, sir.
I appreciate it, Joe and Doug. Just thank you for the invite. Come to my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. You can watch our show live every day there from 12 noon Eastern to 2. Also, go to my YouTube channel. That's just Paul Begley 34. You'll find it on YouTube. Here's what I want. People, give your life to Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Most importantly, just find the Lord, get things right in your heart, and walk in the love of God every day. And because time's running out. If Hillary wins, we're going to see an acceleration of the beast. One thing's for sure, time is running out. So give your life to Christ. Thank you guys for having me on tonight. Seriously.
Pastor Begley, God bless you. And Heidi, thank you so much. So lucky to have Pastor Paul Begley on. What a godly man and his wife Heidi. What a beautiful family, folks. Send an email to Pastor Paul Begley. Thank him for coming on and giving his wonderful information to us, folks. You're listening to a very special 2016 election edition
Okay, guys. So that was the Hagman, and that's pretty cool that we can go in there and go on his show while we're still here. And yeah, the passion's here tonight. You know how many devils I've been fighting for the last 8 years? Heidi, you know how much? Do you remember when you walked into the voting poll? We went to vote in 2008, and you felt that dark cloud. And I've been fighting this wickedness spirit for 8 years. And here's the thing: if Clinton wins, it's Obama times 10. It's Obama on steroids. You folks don't understand what we're up against here, but we will overcome. Now, right now, while I was on there, Trump's up to now 80 delegates. So I've missed a couple states that he won, or maybe he won one state. Somebody help me out. I'm gonna go to my website. We got 1,200 people with us live right now on YouTube. That's more than Hillary will have. I can't believe it when he said that Tim Kaine only had 3 people for a round. I got more sisters and brothers than 3. I could get my family to show up and beat him. I mean, and I seriously have larger crowds at my meetings than Hillary does. And she's got what? How many $1 million? You see, if you don't have a message, nobody cares. I mean, it's just insane. What is her message anyway? Guys, tell me while I was on the air, I'm over at paulbegleyprophecy.com right now. I'm looking at all my beautiful brothers and sisters in the chat room tonight. I'm going to stay strong. Thank you, Zach. I'm going to stay real strong. Lynn says, I can't listen to Pastor and chat at the same time. All right, don't do it then, Lynn. Just listen to Pastor. All right. Let me just say, where is tell me while I was on, did Trump win another state, or did he win 2 states? I have Trump winning Kentucky, Indiana, West Virginia, Mississippi, Oklahoma, and Alabama. Did he win? You're at CNN? Is that where you're at? CNN's fighting with Fox.
You look at Texas, I don't know what your map says, but he's winning Texas.
Big?
They haven't given it to him yet, no. 49, 46%, but 51% in.
Okay.
And the reason I laughed was because everything that they gave Hillary only had 2%, 1%, but they were giving it to Hillary.
Right. Well, they're going to do that with and here's the states that Hillary's won. And she's won Vermont, Illinois, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Maryland, Delaware, Washington, D.C., and Rhode Island. That's how she's got her 68. And even though only 1 or 2 or 5% of those are in, she's got those. I mean, those states are going to go her way. But here's the thing. Yeah, they probably will. But here's the thing that really is important. North Carolina, Ohio, Virginia. Trump is leading in these states.
Virginia, 49 to 45%, 65% in.
Okay, so 49 what? 49, 45? Trump?
They haven't updated Florida in a while. Georgia, 62 to 34 at 27%.
Yeah, that's still too early, but he'll win Georgia. And so if he wins Virginia, and what about North Carolina? Where are you at with North Carolina?
48.9 Clinton, 48.7 Trump with 68% in.
All right, so 49-48, Clinton leads with 68% of the vote in.
48.8.
Yeah.
Clinton, 48.7 Trump.
Wow, that's a tie. Okay, it's basically a tie with 68% of the vote in. Right now, Trump has over 15,921,225 popular votes. He leads in the popular vote. Here we go, New York. New York just went to Clinton.
That's North Dakota, West Virginia, South Dakota.
Nope, North Dakota.
Nebraska, Kansas, and Oklahoma went to Trump.
Okay, Kansas went to Trump. North Dakota.
Say 97 electoral votes, Trump 81.
Okay, so hang on a minute, Heidi. North Dakota, South Dakota, Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma.
And Wyoming.
Already had Oklahoma. And Wyoming.
Although there's nothing on Wyoming, but they turned it.
New Mexico, it's too early. Hillary just picked up New York. With that, she picks up 29, and that's why she's at 68, 88. That's why she's at 97. That's why Hillary right now is at 97, and Trump's at 133. What? Well, to your point, to Heidi's point here, she's saying, how do you just give states away? Florida right now is 49.2 for Trump, 47.7 for Clinton, and I don't know how much of percentage is in. I don't know if it's, what's the percentage? I don't know yet. Is that 94%? Are we at 93? I don't know yet.
Okay, they're saying that New York has 90% Clinton, 6% Trump, with 1% in, and that's New York City. So how they just
they just want to give that one without even waiting to get it counted. They just believe that she's got it for some reason. And I'm with you. This is it's Brooklyn.
They have Brooklyn in.
This is Heidi's point. Is the East Coast? They just within the first 1 or 2% in, they just say Clinton won it, instead of saying let's hang on a minute. It's way too early. Let's get 40, 50, 60% of the vote in, and then if Clinton's got a 14, 15% lead, looks like she's going to win it, then I can see it. Now with Trump, they are making us wait. And Trump is now at 133 delegates, and I think I'm missing one here. I'm gonna go to my
Mississippi, Alabama, South Carolina, West Virginia,
okay,
Indiana, Kentucky,
yeah,
Tennessee.
yeah.
I don't know what this is supposed to mean.
What about South Carolina?
Nebraska says 3 for Trump, and then they have 2. Is that a split state or something?
I don't know. I'll have to check that. I don't know yet.
Kansas is 6.
Kansas,
Oklahoma 7.
yeah.
West Virginia 3. South Dakota 3. North Dakota 3.
And what about Wyoming?
Wyoming 3.
And what about Nebraska? We don't know yet. I'm gonna take a look at that. Okay.
It says 3 and 2 is like uncounted. 2 is still not determined. But
Now,
CNN seems to be behind.
yeah, CNN is purposely behind because if they and this is what the Hagmans were saying. If we tell you exactly where Trump is, Trump won Arkansas. There's another one, Heidi.
Just now?
I think so. I think he won Arkansas. Mary's saying he won Arkansas. I haven't seen that. Yeah, Denise says he won Arkansas. But that must be on a different network that he won Arkansas.
Well, they had 57 to 37 with 29% in, according to this guy. So they didn't give it to him. And the same with Texas. He's 50%, and Clinton's 45% with 55% in. Texas is 38. So
Okay.
any of the big states, they're not.
Nebraska is a split state. It is a split state. It's only 5 delegates or electoral votes, but it is a split state just like Maine. So we'll just kind of hang in there with Nebraska. It may be that Trump won it 3-2. Okay, I don't know yet. I'm going to leave that alone. But right now, Arkansas. If Trump just won Arkansas, then you're looking at 6 more. And I need to add these up. But Fox News is saying Trump's at 133. Well, Kentucky is 8. Indiana's 11. That's 19.
They have Trump running Missouri. CNN has Clinton winning Missouri. Well, they don't have him winning, but right now they have Clinton up 52 to Trump 44. But they're saying Missouri.
Yeah, they've already called Missouri for Trump. And now they're saying Trump's at 139. That means they just gave him Arkansas at Fox News. So he's at 139 and Clinton's at 97. And you can see the map. And if you look at the map, Trump is leading Florida by 113,000 votes. And I'm trying to find out how much percentage is in. And it's still saying 91, but I know it's got to be a little more than 91. That's
only has 53%. So most of the other ones have most of it.
What about up in the Panhandle, Heidi? Like around Pensacola and Destin, or just the Panhandle? So,
And here's a pink one. It's 100%.
so Heidi's looking now at the Florida map. She's looking at the counties. Vicky says that they're saying only 76% of the vote is in, but Fox News is saying it's 91%.
And this is CNN saying it's 91.
And CNN saying 91. What we do know is we know that Trump is ahead by 113,000 votes. Here's the thing that I brought up to Joe and Doug Hagman, and that is they will wait till all the state is counted.
CNN now says 92%.
92%, okay.
Yeah, Trump 49.2, Clinton 47.7.
Okay, so it's about a point and a half, right? About 1.5%. Trump's ahead by about 113,000 votes. What I'm saying is they'll wait till the whole state is counted, and then down there in Miami-Dade, they will bring in their final total. They'll know exactly.
Miami-Dade is 93%. Right now it's Broward County.
Okay.
Just north of it. And
Yeah.
that's only 16%.
And that's Fort Lauderdale. Okay, that's where we were at last year. So what they're doing is they're sandbagging. They're waiting. They want to know how many votes they need to turn in. And then they put him over the top.
How many chads?
Yeah, that's all they're doing. They're going to wait till all the votes are counted in the whole state. Say, okay, how far are we behind? We're down by 147,000 votes. Guess what? We just got our total. It's 148,000 votes for Clinton more than Trump. We're turning it in. Clinton wins. This is what we're dealing with here. You got Marco Rubio down there, who should be helping Trump, but he's not. And you have a mess down there. And that's my whole point, as I was saying to the Hagmans on their show today. Trump's going to win the election. It's just the people are going to vote for Trump to win the election. He will get the votes. The people really, and I mean not just the popular vote. He will win the election, but will he win the election? Can we get past enough of the cheating that goes on? And that's why Trump said, everybody put a red shirt on and send some folks out to all these polling places and try to keep an eye on what they're doing. And this is why Trump said, no, we got to make sure this is, if it's a legitimate, if it makes sense. And you have to hang in there and wait and see what happens down there. Trump's leading by 100,000 votes in Virginia. May I just ask this simple question? What's the biggest city in Virginia right now, real fast? Richmond? What's the capital? Probably Richmond. Again, you may see another sandbag move by Virginia.
68% are in Virginia.
Okay, Virginia has 68% of the vote in. Trump has a 100,000 vote lead. What they may do in Virginia is wait till the votes are all in.
Whatever Surrey County is, there's only 29%.
And then hold back and then throw in the final one and try to put him over the top. Try to put Hillary over the top. So right now, folks, it's 139 to 100 and, it's Trump 139 delegates, Clinton 97, a dogfight going on in Florida, and maybe a dogfight now developing in Virginia. And we may also see one, it's Richmond, thank you, Melissa, and that's where I'm saying, Richmond, Virginia will sandbag just like they are down in Broward County and Dade County, Broward and Dade County, down there in southern part of Florida. That's where the Chads and all this is going to be hanging. And you may see the same strategy. You know, the Democrats may be doing this strategy. Hang on, and then let's see what Trump's final numbers are everywhere else, and then throw it out there and put Hillary over the top. And this is why you have to have people watching what's going on, Heidi, in these elections, because these people worship the devil. I'm sorry, this isn't the local, Chamber of Commerce. This isn't small town USA. This isn't Knox, Indiana.
93% of the vote in, 49.2.
This ain't.
Trump, 47.7 Clinton.
Okay. This isn't Flat Rock, Tennessee. Okay. These people worship the devil. They put blood on the wall. They violate a cadaver. They have sex and all kinds of wicked, demonic, satanic ritual. These people, do you think they have a problem with cheating you out of an election in Broward County, Florida? These folks are wicked. You're dealing with demons. You're dealing with Luciferians. You're dealing with the New World Order here. I hope my son's watching on YouTube right now in California. I hope he is, because he knows. He knows I'm telling the truth. He knows that what we're dealing with is some very wickedness. And look, Hillary's going to win Washington State, Oregon, and California. There's no doubt about that. We know that. We know that. But what we really have, you have to ask yourself, and we know that Trump is going to win Oklahoma, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, West Virginia, probably all of the South. But we understand. Ohio?
They just updated it again.
Ohio?
I don't see Ohio yet. Ohio's 51-44.
Someone's just saying in the chat room, Ohio goes for Trump.
They gave Texas to Trump, finally.
Texas to Trump. Well, yeah, you knew that should have been within the first 2%.
Well, no, not with the Bushes down there working against them.
Yeah, how about it, George Bush? Thanks a lot, dude. Thanks a lot.
And now they gave Arkansas to them.
Okay, but you're talking CNN, right?
I'm talking CNN.
Okay, so
now
Fox.
He's leading electorally 128 to 97 Clinton, according to CNN.
Can somebody help me understand? I'm looking at Fox News. They say Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, North Carolina, Ohio are still too early to call. But somebody's calling Ohio out here. I'd like to know who's calling Ohio. And somebody's calling New Mexico and Texas. So you're saying somebody
Texas
just called
here.
CNN?
New Mexico, according to this, is Clinton right now with only 28% in.
Texas, folks, is 38 electoral votes. It's a huge victory for Trump. I'm still waiting on Texas to be called on Fox News. They're still at 139 to 97. But you know that Trump is going to win Texas.
North Carolina is only 49 to 48.4 Trump right now.
Yeah.
71% in.
Right. So here you are. You've got a dogfight in North Carolina. You have a dogfight going on in Florida, and you have a dogfight going on in Virginia. And that may be where the election. And don't forget Colorado. We don't know Colorado. We don't know where New Mexico's going to wind out, because I'm looking at the map before the election started, and New Mexico's blue.
Michigan, Trump just pulled ahead 47.6 by 47.3, with only 12% in.
Okay, so Trump has an early lead in Michigan, and I've been bringing this up all night. Michigan. There's a chance that he could win Michigan. But then again, watch Detroit, because you'll see the same strategy. They'll let all of the rural areas of Michigan be counted and try to figure out how many votes they need to push him over the top and save the last precinct out of Detroit. Same thing out of Richmond, Virginia. Same thing out of down there in Broward County in Florida. This is the Democrat strategy. And this is why I pray that their machines break down, that their hanging chads get wet and moisture, that they get flat tires trying to drive people to bus, and just praying that their list of people from the cemetery doesn't get turned in. Seriously, that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with, it's coming down to a legitimate vote is tough to get in these 3 or 4 states that are the battleground states. It's tough to get them. And
See, they got Missouri, and CNN doesn't have Missouri.
right, and I don't go with CNN, but I am stunned that CNN has given Texas out before Fox does. So that's kind of stunning.
I'm surprised they have Missouri.
Right. Right now, Fox News projects that Trump wins Indiana, Kentucky, South Carolina, West Virginia, Missouri, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Alabama, and Arkansas. And that's how Trump has his 139 delegates. Clinton has won Vermont, Illinois, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Maryland, Delaware, Washington, D.C., Rhode Island, and New York. And that's how Hillary has her 97.
Somehow New York with only 1% in.
Yes. So that's your whole point, is how do you call New York for Hillary with only 1%? When Donald Trump's from New York, you got to give Donald Trump a chance. But I think it's fascinating that he's leading in some of these states like Virginia. And of course, I knew it was going to be close in North Carolina. I knew it was going to be close in Florida. But Trump has the lead there. We'll wait and see. Someone just said Trump won Pennsylvania, but I don't see that. It's still too early to call on that one. Still too early to call. He may be leading some of those. Rhonda Peach from Mississippi, and God bless Rhonda. God bless you. Mississippi went for Trump. She just said Fox News has just called Texas. Heidi's got Texas as well from CNN. And so I'm looking at Fox News on my screen right here. They have not called it yet, but they may have called it in one of her local, down in Mississippi, Fox Network. They may have just called it. You got a lot of news media messing games right now. A lot of local news doing. Megyn Kelly is sitting over here, and is she holding up the Texas vote? Just ask. Heidi says 93% of the vote is in Florida. Trump has a lead of over 100,000 votes. Rhonda Peach, hang in there. Hold on to Texas for us. You got it. We're still waiting. The polls, 4 more states are going to close at 10 o'clock, so that's still about 45 minutes away. Kansas goes to Trump. Yes, we got Kansas. That's part of it. Thank you. Amazing. It's amazing. How many Nebraska? What I didn't understand was Nebraska with this split deal. Mary says right now, okay, I don't know where those numbers are coming from, Mary, because we're way over. We got millions of votes in. I don't know where are you getting that. Rhonda is in Mississippi. Yes, she is. I want to welcome everybody over there at YouTube Live. We got 1,433 people with us live. We got more people with us live than a Clinton rally. Just saying. Even with Tim Kaine. Even a Clinton. We might have more people here right now than who was left after JC and Beyonce got done singing. I thought it was bad. You know, remember Martin can't get nobody to his rally, O'Malley? He only got one person at that one fire station somewhere in New Hampshire. But Tim Kaine only got 3 people at one of those. Can you imagine that? I got more sisters than he could get to the rally. That's what I'm trying to say. I just don't. There's no enthusiasm. The Democrats really don't have any enthusiasm. Wow, are you serious? I'm going to take a 2-minute break, and Heidi, you talk for a little bit. I'll be right back. Yeah, they can hear you talk. You don't want dead air is a bad thing. Dead air is a bad thing.
All right, I'm still kind of just crazy about Missouri here, according to CNN, and yet Fox has called it, so I'm not sure. It looks like Louisiana early is 68% to Clinton 28%, but only 10% in. Georgia is 59% Trump, 38% Clinton with only 36% in. Florida is a dead heat, 49.3 Trump, 47.6 Clinton with 93% in. Virginia is tightening up, 48.8 Trump, 46.2 Clinton with 73% in. Pennsylvania only has 11% in, 63.4 Clinton, 33.3 Trump. I can tell you when we were in Pennsylvania, everybody we talked to was for Trump. Connecticut, only 17% in, since Clinton is 53.7 and Trump is 42. I'm just amazed that they can call New York with only 4% in. I'm just amazed.
You're still mad about that, aren't you?
I didn't say mad, I said amazed. And Illinois, they're counting for Clinton with only 29% in.
Can I have a Coca-Cola? That's so out of character for me.
That is so out of character.
I'm going to have a Coca-Cola because I'm not going to drink coffee. It's too late, you know. But I am going to have a Coca-Cola. Is that all right? It's just so out of. I never drink pop, but I'm just gonna have a Coca-Cola. Since it's red, let's have a Coca-Cola. Anyway, I want to welcome all 1,381 of you with us on live stream. At YouTube. And Heidi's right. She doesn't understand how you can just call a state because there's 1% when it's the home state of Donald Trump. Okay. At least let the votes come in. At least get 50%. All right. She must have just won a state. Let's find out what's going on here. Polls are going to close in Iowa, Montana, Nevada, and Utah in 38 minutes. So we're going to try to find out. They still haven't given Trump Texas. No, they have not. But Rhonda Peach saw it over there in the Fox affiliate in Mississippi. But they have not officially given it. Hillary has picked up the 104. That means she just picked up 7 more. She's won Connecticut. That's where she got it, Heidi. With 5% of the vote in, she's up by about 12%. They're giving Connecticut to Hillary. So Hillary's now at 104. Fox News has confirmed that. Hillary's at 104 in the electoral delegates. Trump's at 139. Judge Larry Britt is right. It takes 270 to win. And right now you have a dogfight in Florida between Trump and Clinton. Trump's leading by about 113,000 votes.
Ohio has 50% in.
Yes.
Trump 51.6, Clinton 44.3.
51.6 to 44.3 with 51% of the vote in, with 50% of the vote already tabulated in Ohio. Trump has got a 5% lead in Ohio. He needs to win Ohio. He really got to win Ohio. Trump is leading in Texas by 220,000 votes, according to Mary. That's with 50% of the vote in, or excuse me, I don't know how many vote. 61% of the vote in. Trump is at 50%. Hillary's at 46%. And they still haven't given it yet to Trump. And that's what I'm saying. Then you shouldn't give New York away yet either, even though probably they know that she's going to win. It's just such a heavy Democrat machine there. I am so proud of this online church. I'm so proud of you guys for praying, for hanging in there. And as you've heard me say many times, it's not the donkey and it's not the elephant. It's the lamb. It's the Lamb of God. I just realized that we're up against forces of darkness. And we're dealing with an administration that's about ready to come in if they win. If Clinton wins this election, you're dealing with a bunch of Satanists and Luciferians with their global elitists. This is truly the beast about to rise. And Trump wins. No, Trump's the furthest thing from perfect, and so am I, and probably so are you. But I think what you have is a guy that says, okay, I'm going to fight for Christians, fight for Israel, fight for freedom, fight for America, fight for democracy, fight for the little guy, try my best. I'm not perfect. And you have Mike Pence who's hanging over there in the corner praying, interceding, and doing everything he knows to do. And I thought it was awesome when Russ Dizdar said that 37 black pastors from Cleveland went to New York, met with Donald Trump for 4 hours and questioned him on his theology and his faith. And when they were done, they walked out and said, the guy is a Christian. He truly is a Christian. He may not be a perfect Christian, but he definitely believes in the Lord Jesus Christ. He believes he's the Son of God, and he believes that he's the way to salvation. If you're going to be saved, you have to come through Christ. He totally believes it. Now, I can tell you that Dr. David Jeremiah went and met with Donald Trump for over an hour and a half as Trump rededicated his life to God, repented of sins and confessed sins, and had David Jeremiah pray with him as he rededicated. So did, I'm wrong. I said David Jeremiah, but I was wrong. I meant James Dobson. James Dobson did that. David Jeremiah, though, met with him, prayed with him as well later. Matter of fact, 40 other pastors, evangelical pastors, including David Jeremiah and Paula White and several others, met with Donald Trump, and he wanted them to anoint him with oil, lay hands on him, and pray for him. I think, guys, you're never going to see Hillary Clinton ask pastors to come and pray for her, to anoint her with oil and lay hands on her. It's not going to happen because she's got people like John Podesta. She's got people like Tim Kaine, the Jesuit. She's got people, she's got these Jay-Z and Katy Perry and Lady Gaga and all these Luciferians clinging around everywhere. Folks, I'm just trying to tell you, this is what you're dealing with. And look at the platforms. If you don't like that stuff, then deal with the platform you're dealing with. So, I mean, you got to understand, you're right. Rhonda's right. He's a new Christian. I think that you're dealing with a situation where this country's got a chance. We got a chance. Tonight, we got a chance. We got a chance to get a bubble. We got a chance to get a space to repent. And Heidi said it here in New Jersey Sunday afternoon when she gave one of the most powerful 30-minute messages I've heard, Kingdoms Shifting. And she said, Christians, what are you going to do with this? If we win, if we get an opportunity to step up to the plate, what are we going to do with it? What are we going to do with it? Are we just going to sit back and say, let's hope Donald saves us? Because if that's the plan, we're beat. And then God will hold us accountable. Or are we, as Christians, going to step up, going to move forward, going to and pray for our leaders? And they're going to make mistakes. Trump's going to make mistakes. Wins this election, he's going to make some mistakes. He's going to make a couple bad moves that you're going to scratch your head. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Hang on a minute. Bring some grace to this. Bring some grace. Bring the grace of God to this. Trump is just a man. Pence is just a man. We're all just God's children. But collectively, together, by faith in Jesus Christ, let's plead the blood of Christ over this nation. Let's work together. Let's break down the racial barriers. Let's break down all of the animosity. Let's put aside the religious doctrines. And let's walk hand in hand as brothers and sisters in Christ. Because this is our golden opportunity right now. Folks, just so to get you up to speed at 10 o'clock, Heidi, what else? Do you have some more numbers for me, Heidi? Anything else that you see? I mean, why didn't they call him Texas? How big a lead does he have in Texas now? According to CNN, they've already given him Texas, which you should.
64%, 50.1% to Trump and 46%.
I see the popular vote. It's Trump 21.9 million, Clinton 20 million, 20.4 million. So Trump has a 1.5 million vote lead in the popular vote.
22 mil for Trump.
To 20.5? Yeah. So Trump's hanging on to that 1.5.
7 versus 46.3.
Okay, so Trump's at 49.7% of the vote in the popular vote. Clinton's at 46.3. Trump's hanging on to a 1.5 million vote lead in the vote. And in the delegates at 139. Megyn Kelly, for the first time, looks concerned. Just saying. It's Trump 139, Clinton 104. And we know that Trump's going to win some more states here, and we know Hillary's going to win some more states. We know Hillary's going to win California, Washington, and Oregon, and that's a lot of votes. And I'll just go tell you what those are. Washington's 12, Oregon's 7, and California is 55. That would be 67. That is 74 electoral votes. That I can see happening. But here's the question. Does Trump pull out Florida? Does Trump win North Carolina? Does Trump get Ohio? And then does Trump pull an upset in Virginia? And then does he pull an upset in Michigan? And I believe Trump will win Iowa. I can't believe I haven't seen no numbers out of Iowa yet. But it's a real story. And then, oh, by the way, don't forget New Mexico and Arizona. Those could go red. And that's 6. Nevada is 6, and Arizona is 11. And North Carolina is 15. There's a lot on the line here right now. And so forget about Paul Begley's prediction that we would have an answer before midnight, because I don't think so. Because we may be sitting here waiting on Nevada and Arizona to determine the outcome of this sometime around midnight tonight. I don't know. Hasn't Louisiana? Where's Louisiana? I mean, surely Trump's going to blow Clinton away in Louisiana.
But 13% is only 13% in. Trump 66%, Clinton 31%.
All right.
Georgia 41% in, Trump 59%, Clinton 37%.
So he should win Georgia pretty
Back
soon.
down to Florida, we have 94% in, Trump 49.2, Clinton's 47.7.
So Trump's at 49.2 and Clinton's at 47.7 with 90.
Broward County up to 75% now.
What about Dade County?
94%.
That means that's not a whole lot more they got to count down there. We can just maybe God is holding back those guys with those stuffed boxes of hanging chads. We can keep them out of there. Trump with a 49.2 to 47.7 lead in Florida with 94% of the vote in. There's 29 electoral votes on the line in Florida. Wow. I was telling Heidi earlier today, Trump's going to win somehow. I don't know. Other than I think he's going to win the vote. That's why I told the Hagmans. I think the people are going to vote for Trump. He certainly will get the votes, and not just the popular votes that they tell us. Are you praying right now that those rigged machine dead people that are voting, pray that those just don't get on the screen. Just pray that those things don't make it to the count, because they shouldn't. And let democracy be free. It's just an incredible. It's just an incredible situation right now. I'm thinking about. I just can't help but think about Glenda Jackson. I can't help but think about T.D. Hale tonight, wherever T.D. Hale is tonight, down in Ohio. And his dream on December the 26th, 2015, when actually it was a vision. He was sitting in his chair in a living room when he went into a trance-like state, a vision. At that time, there were 17 people running for president of the United States on the Republican side and 3 on the Democrat side. And he saw Trump walking toward the White House with a casket draped in the American flag in front of him. And I'm wondering tonight, as I'm sitting here wondering, what is the significance of that vision? Does that mean Trump makes it to the White House? Does that mean he dies before he gets there? Does it mean he wins the election but dies before he can get there? And I can't get over the dream, the nightmare, the bad pizza, whatever it was, of Hillary Clinton in the white ball gown, raising the golden scepter as a queen and telling the world, telling us in that ballroom, this is the end of Christianity as you know it. And I sure hope that wasn't a prophecy. I'm bad night. Bad. Where does it see? Some of these blue states that we should have won. Miracle, Mrs. Tuz says. We've seen some last minute polling right at the end here of the week where it was almost a dead heat because it's like there was two states in Minnesota. There was which would go for Trump. Have a lot of and Deer. Again, you got the rest of the state of Minnesota go for Clinton. Local news is saying that Trump is leading in North Carolina. Heidi, do you got any numbers in North Carolina?
Trump is 49.8, Clinton is 7.6.
40. 47.6. Nice little lead there for Trump.
94% in Florida.
Yeah, where you at?
Trump still has 49%.
They counted Richmond, Virginia. They might be sandbags. What is that?
80%. This must be some city up here because there's three or four blue ones there.
Yeah, Vicky, we got 77% of the vote is in North Carolina. Trump is leading 49.8 to 47.6. I think Trump might have just won Louisiana, Heidi. And now they're saying Clinton won New Mexico. Isn't it a little early? 39% vote in. They want to give her that one right away.
Well,
Trump.
Over here, but he's 54%, Trump 35%, but 39% in New Mexico.
So Trump wins Louisiana with a blowout. Good job, John Bro. Way to go, Cuz Miller Girl. Where are you, Cuz Miller Girl? Trump wins big.
They finally gave Clinton Connecticut over here. I know Fox gave it to her.
Hey, am I down right now? Am I on at YouTube? I think I am. I hope, because I think we're back. I think we're still there. Yeah, we're there. About there, guys. We're dealing with the connections here tonight. It's kind of buffering. Just hang in there. It's back on. I see it. We're back up. I had a question here a second ago. Let me just check real fast. Louisiana. So Louisiana, eight electoral votes going to Donald Trump. That's what's put him at 147. And do they still have Clinton at? No, they give Clinton. They gave her a state, didn't they, just now? Yeah, she already had that. She's at 109. She just picked up 5 delegates from somewhere.
New Mexico. Fox gave her New Mexico.
Okay, so Hillary
CNN has not given her New Mexico, but Fox has.
So Hillary's going to win New Mexico. She picks up those 5, and that puts her at 109. And Trump's at 147 as he picks up Louisiana. They still have not given Trump Texas. And we know that North Carolina, Ohio, Florida, and Virginia is a dogfight. And has anybody got any numbers out of New Hampshire? Because So he tied 1% of the vote on that one. That's 4 delegates that are big as we go down the stretch here. Great to see everybody here at publiclyprophecy.com. I don't know if COT is with us tonight or not. I don't know if they're covering this tonight. But I know we've got new live stream with us, and we have Roku satellite television, and also publiclyprophecy.com. Can somebody tell me how many folks are with us at new live stream, just so I can get a shout out there and say hi to the live stream?
So how much we need? 270?
We need 270 to win this.